Welcome back to another episode to Lou's Garage. We are back on the Grand National today. What are we doing? Boost gauge. Right, no, I need that. Holly, leave it. Good girl. All right, so anyway, we are adding gauges to this car, oil pressure and boost, because we haven't had them. And want to try and optimize everything with this car. Last year, if you remember, we did the injectors, a chip. We went back to the factory turbo. What else did we do? Hot wire kit. So just trying to improve while remaining stock appearing. Everything from the car, improve on the factory. So we're gonna add a boost gauge, which will tee off here. This is how it was from the stock. And then this actually runs to the factory digital gauge as well as the map sensor. So we're going to tee it off using this kit. It'll go like this, well, like that. So that end will go there. This will go into here, and then we'll put a zip tie on it to keep it secure and hopefully not blow it off. But we have plans for this car. We're gonna put a new exhaust on it, free up some back pressure, as well as this header is cracked. They always crack, and I never replaced it, so I have another crack, or another header that's already been welded that we'll swap in when we do the exhaust. And we're gonna do some other stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 videos or not. Maybe it'll just be 1 video, but anyway, the gauge pods will go right here. I actually have it in the car. We're gonna have to relocate the scan tool. Watchdog. Goes in nice there. We're gonna do oil pressure, which I'm waiting on a T-fitting for before we can install that, and boost. So take it on some test rips, see how it actually does. There is an adjustment rod in these to turn the boost up a little bit. I also have a boost controller from, I might put another turbo in it. I'm just gonna say it now. But this rod you could adjust on, so I'm thinking it's probably getting like maybe 12 to 13 pounds now when it's tuned for 15. So we're gonna test and experiment a little. But if you're not familiar with this build or anything, go back and look at the other videos. I'll link them in the description, and we'll see you soon. All right, guys, back on the gauge install. So I do have the boost gauge set up. I have a video, obviously it'll be part of this video, but I haven't taken one yet. We have some improvement to do, which is good. We're not making the boost we should. So on the oil pressure here, and it's gonna be hard to see, but right below the lower radiator hose, right next to it. Let me see if I can sneak this in. You can see somewhere. Okay, we're at timing cover. It looks like it should be right there. You see that inlet? Right all the way to the left. I'll make an arrow or something. That is where the factory sending unit goes. So where that runs is, there is a hard line to the turbo for the feed, which comes out back here. And then there's a sending unit, which also is integral to the fuel pump relay. So a lot of guys like to keep the original sending unit, which is right here. It's just electric. It's an idiot light at like under 4 PSI of oil pressure, but that goes into this big T here, and then this big T threads, which you can see the threads here, which is 1/4 inch NPT, into the block with that hole I just showed you. So I bought, which I don't even know if these are discontinued, but essentially you just need a 1/4 inch NPT adapter and a, sorry, not an adapter, a T, and then the adapter here, because this is now going to thread into the block, which then will go to the T, which will then, using a step down, because these are 1/8 inch, will be the new pressure sending unit for the electric unit, the 60-pound gauge, which is right here, or 80-pound, I guess. And then we'll still run the factory one. And then this is the turbo feed line. This is just a reproduction that I have sitting here. So I'm gonna get that all back in. Hopefully it fits. There is a good amount of room there, but it really did help taking the lower pressure, lower radiator hose off, which I might put a new one in there anyway. So once we get this all back in, I'll kind of show you how it sits, but don't know if I'm gonna get it installed today, maybe tomorrow, and then we'll show you how everything goes back. And then we got some wiring to do, which is easy, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so before I throw the lower radiator hose back on, I actually have a new one because you can see that split right there. Here's what it looks like. You can see the brass tee going into the block. Sorry, you should see the extender going into the block, the brass tee with the aftermarket sending unit with the one wire coming off. The other one, the WK, is for like an idiot light. Not running an idiot light. Obviously the factory has the idiot light built in. So we're just gonna run the one wire off the G. And then you can see the turbo feed line is all the way at the end there. I currently have that just spun in up here. I'm actually gonna tape up a plastic bottle just to make sure we have oil flow before I reconnect that. So have to install the radiator hose and then finish up the wiring and go from there. All right, gauge is wired up correctly. I also have the oil feed line disconnected at the turbo and a water bottle going into it. So just want to make sure we have oil flow to the turbo. So we're going to try and start it. Hopefully we get oil pressure if I wired it correctly. There we go. About 60 pounds and a ton of oil in the turbo, and it's leaking out. That's not good. Bottle shot up on me. Oh, that's a lot of oil. Oh boy. That's not good. All right, I'm an idiot, but we got oil pressure. The oil's dirty and it's everywhere. And now I have no idea if I have a leak. Okay, I'm gonna wire this up and come back. I'm an idiot. Clean this up, not wire this up. Look how far back that shot. I wonder if that leaked at all. Coolant went down a little bit. Look at all that oil. Dude, you're such a moron. Poop. Okay. Gotta put that back in the car too. Okay. Have the ignition on. Wired these up to the ignition source in the fuse box. Marked IGN and grounded them together and wired them together. I think it should be all right. Oh, I'm missing the ground. There we go. Not bad. And that's it. Get them back in the console gauges and clean up and go from there. All right, gauge lights are wired. You can kind of see the boost. That one works too. I already had the lights off, but oil feed line is back up. Going to start it, back it out just a little bit to see if we have any major leaks, and we'll go from there. It's like 70 pounds of oil pressure. Say 68 maybe. You already smell oil. Don't see anything obvious. All right, I'm gonna back it out and show you the mess I made. And circulating, that's good. Idiot, dude. Straight idiot. Still gonna be oil dripping and stuff, but don't see anything crazy. Oil burning on the turbo. You're gonna have that on these big jobs. Well, now that verified we have good oil pressure, about 40 at idle, warm, 55 under light throttle. I'm going to show you the real reason I put gauges in it. So I'm going to bring you down here when we get out to our test track. We have a nice night, cool air. Turbo cars love cold air. So give me a second here when I come around the corner and then I'll show you. So this should be making a lot more boost than it does. I'm going to get on it here. See, the oil pressure is great, but it's not making any boost under throttle. Like it's tuned for 15, so we're only making barely 10. So we got to fix that because car's slow as is, not that fun. See if we can get it one more time here. Not like I have that big of a test track coming up, but still sounds good, but it's not where we need to be. So We still need to put an exhaust on it and stuff, obviously, but it has some exhaust leaks. But I think there's some stuff we could do that I'll show you tomorrow to get it up a little bit more before we start doing any more power adding stuff. Talk to you later. That's why you don't spill oil all over your engine. Let's make sure there's no fires. Did you ever open a hood on a G-body? That's how you do it. Oh boy. Yeah, that's good. We'll let that cool off. All right, YouTube, see you tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. I am going to try and put a little more boost down this thing's throat. That's the wastegate actuator rod. I'm going to loosen that jam nut there, and then they say about 1 turn fully is good for a pound of boost, so I'm going to turn it 4 times and see what happens. All right, we're going to go test this out, see if we can put a couple more pounds through it. Also have a secret GoPro. I'm going to go pick up my dad. He definitely won't notice that because he doesn't really notice a lot. And hopefully we could scare him a little with some more boost. Okay. Hopefully traffic cooperates and I can get on it, but I think we're in pretty good shape. Still got a little left in it, but we should be progressing the right way. Let me see, coming around a turn here. Let this guy go ahead of me, on ramp. Most importantly, no knock detected, so air fuel is good enough for this car. I don't know what that was, I wasn't looking. I think I saw 14. You guys know. So definitely feels faster, and I mean, I'm half throttle. I'm not really getting into it too much. So this is the most important thing. 0.0 retard degrees means the computer's happy with everything. It's not pulling any timing out of it under boost. So let's go take him for a ride, see what he thinks, and we'll get it back home. All right, hopefully the camera doesn't move and he doesn't recognize it. We'll see, but he doesn't like to go fast, so it's gonna be fun. You might want to fix that towel.
It's a little dirty, whoa.
Yeah, I know. You can sit on it.
It's all oil, whoa.
It's still burning off.
I ain't going past that Grand National in weeks. I wonder if it's still in there.
Well, I need some, dude.
Need some what?
I need some 30-aught hot. That's not bad. 167. That's pretty good.
You have that bolted just shoved in there?
I just have it shoved in there. I need some space.
We need space.
To get in it a little bit. I was just coming down the Morgan Highway and it was at like 55. It was.
Ever since you put this in?
Well, I don't think that's related. Where should I go? Alright, watch the gauge for me. I'll watch the road, you watch the gauge. Boost gauge.
I got you. Oh, now 15.
How's it feel?
Fucking thing in the package.
I turned it up. There's a camera back there.
Is there a?
Yeah, there's it. You're being recorded right now.
Wow.
Cursing.
What's on this bunch? This one makes taste. See that?
A bug?
Yeah. Must have blew the bugs out of it. Watch.
Oh, the camera fell.
Is it really?
Oh, I hope it got it. No. I hope it got it. All right, one more. You ready?
Yep. Okay.
0 to 70.